Good morning, students. Today we are going to detect the presence of copper ion, or you can say cupric ion, in a given salt. So in order to identify that, we'll be using a salt solution of copper, and to that salt solution we'll be adding ammonia solution or ammonium hydroxide solution. Initially, on adding small drop, we will find a pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide will be formed, and on adding in excess amount of ammonia solution, the precipitate will dissolve to form a deep blue solution. So this will be the reaction for forming the deep blue solution. The reason for it is the formation of tetraamine copper hydroxide. So you will get a deep blue solution on adding excess amount of ammonium hydroxide to it. So let us start the experiment. We will first take copper sulfate in a test tube and we will prepare a solution of the salt. So here we have a copper sulfate. You can see it is blue in color. So in this test tube I am going to take a small sample of copper sulfate. So here you can see I have taken it. Now I will be adding water to prepare a salt solution of copper sulfate. So here I have prepared copper sulfate solution. It has been mixed well with water. Now what I am going to do is to add ammonia solution to this. A few drop of ammonia solution to this salt will form a pale blue precipitate. Let us see how. So you can see the precipitate being formed on using ammonia solution to it. So this is the precipitate I was talking about. You can see the pale blue precipitate just at the bottom of or below this blue lining is a pale blue precipitate formed. Now you can see the precipitate getting thicker and is now more visible. So this is cupric hydroxide. It's settling down also because it has been shaken. So you have to make sure that it should not be shaken while preparing it, otherwise it may settle at the bottom. So this is the pale blue precipitate. Now let us see what happens to this precipitate when I add an excess amount of ammonia solution to it. So I have added an excess amount of ammonia solution, and slowly it is found that this will be dissolved. You can see a deep solution has been formed. This deep solution is tetraamine copper hydroxide, where the solution has completely, that precipitate has completely dissolved. And then we can see one more experiment based on calcium ion, and we know that calcium salts, on adding ammonium hydroxide, it will not get or is not going to form any kind of precipitate. Even on addition of excess amount of ammonium hydroxide, calcium salt will not give any precipitate. So I am going to show you by taking calcium salt and then on adding ammonia solution to it. So next I have taken calcium chloride. This is calcium chloride. I'll show you how it looks. So this is calcium chloride, and one small sample of calcium chloride I am going to take into this tube, and I'll add water to this to prepare solution, and then we'll try what will happen when we'll add ammonia solution to this salt. So I have taken water to this. So let us shake well to form a solution. You can see a colorless solution of calcium hydroxide has been formed. Now what I am going to do now is to add ammonia solution to find out if there is any formation of precipitate or not. So let's see. So I have taken ammonia solution and have started to add here. We can see there is no such visible precipitate forms. So no such visible precipitate has been formed. By taking calcium salt, so this confirms, but when the precipitate will be white in color when we add sodium hydroxide to this. So these were the two salts that we have performed today. And next experiment will be based on acidic and basic solution. Thank you.